Hello, I'm Margaret and this is Mag Sing Along. Today I'm going to talk about how to care for your voice. So one part of taking care of your voice is being mindful of what you eat or drink. Some things are good for your throat before singing and some things are not so good. So one thing that is really great for you is apple cider vinegar. It tastes pretty disgusting, but it does make it feel pretty good to sing. So what I do is I like to put it in hot tea before I sing, and what it does is it reduces any excess acidity. If you have acid reflux, it's good for reducing that, and it will also help soothe a soreness in your throat if you're feeling sore. Apples are also really good for your throat. They are a similar pH to phlegm or mucus. So it actually helps get rid of excess mucus that might be developing on top of your vocal folds. So you can have it right before you sing and you might feel really good. Other great natural remedies are honey. Honey has anti-inflammatory and antibacterial effects. So it really soothes the throat, and it's a good cough suppressant as well. Also good to put in tea. Slippery elm bark is also a natural remedy. You'll find it in teas called throat coat, and it's a natural lubricant for the throat. And then some spices like ginger and garlic. Having a little bit is good because it helps also get rid of mucus, maybe in the sinuses or nasal cavity. You don't want to have too much because those are a little acidic, but a little bit will also feel really good. Now, things to avoid. This is a hard one because they're really yummy things. Anything too acidic, you just want to avoid before you sing. So things like alcohol, especially red wine, caffeine, wait till after you sing, or just sing with it, but it might dry out the throat. Chocolate also dries out the throat. Citruses, so oranges and lemons. A little bit, of course, is good for your body, but you just want to be mindful of when you eat them. You don't want to have it right before you sing. Peppermints, so avoid having a mint before you sing. And anything dairy, so milk and cheese. These are all very delicious foods. You just want to wait until after you sing. Another part of taking care of your voice is being mindful of medications you're taking and any hormonal changes you might be going through. So most medications that are given in the Western society actually create a lot of throat dryness. So it's important to be careful with what medications you take and what dosage you take them in. Things that really create dryness are antihistamines, so allergy medications usually have that in there. Make sure you don't take such a strong dosage, or see if you can find something that reduces your allergy without that in there. Decongestants, so usually cold medications will dry out the throat, and then antidepressants will also dry out the throat. So check in with your doctor, see what you can do about that, if you can have a lower dosage or something different that will not dry out your throat for singing. And then hormonal changes. Hormones do affect the voice. One really common one is teenage girls get quite a lot of mucus, like way too much. And I was one of those girls. I had mucus, phlegm in my throat for like 5 years. It makes it very difficult to sing. Every girl's a little different. There's not much you can do about it. Just try to eat some apples to get rid of the excess mucus, and maybe some garlic and ginger, and just wait it out. Birth control pills are actually okay. You just want to make sure that there's not too much progesterone in the type of pill that you take, because that can also dry the throat out. But I think right now most of those pills don't have a high dosage. And then menopause will also make it difficult to sing because of the hormonal changes. So you just have to ride it out sometimes, or you can play with what you eat or drink to help reduce the effects of excess mucus. And sometimes we have to sing when we have a cold and are sick, or have allergies and all this mucus in our body, or when the weather is really bad and dry or cold. These things affect our voice and it can make it harder to sing. So what to do? If you have a lot of mucus in your throat and don't have an apple nearby, and you need to clear your throat, the most common thing I see is where you try to clear it out, or cough. These are not good for your vocal folds. They will really tire them out because you're putting so much pressure on them. A better thing to do is to stick out your tongue and pant back and forth like a dog. And what that does is it dries out your throat and solidifies the mucus so that you can swallow it down. And then it leaves your throat. It's not a miracle cure, but it works so much better than clearing your throat by coughing or clearing it like that. Other things you can do to get rid of excess mucus in the nasal cavity or sinuses is nasal spray, or my favorite, get a neti pot, which looks like a little lamp, and you put hot water and salt in there, and you just stick it up your nose, and the liquid goes through the cavity and out the other end, and then you blow it, a lot of mucus comes out, and then you go the other direction, you blow it, a lot of mucus comes out, it's great. And then another really good natural remedy is steaming. Boil a big bowl of water, put it in a pot, get a towel, and put it over the bowl of water and inhale the steam. You can even put eucalyptus oil or other essential oils in the hot water, and that'll also help get rid of all that mucus. If it's cold weather, just try to keep your throat warm. Make sure you wear a scarf when you go outside, and just drink hot liquids. And last but not least, you want to make sure you stay hydrated. So drink lots and lots of water. The only thing to watch out for, though, is that water actually dries out the throat right before you sing. So it's kind of bizarre to know that. But make sure you drink lots of water like half an hour before you sing, at least. Just keep your body healthy and happy, and you'll be just fine. I'm Margaret, and this is Mag's Sing Along. You can join me every week for more tips on singing.